Hello everyone, welcome all of you. So we are discussing this chapter determinant and we already completed up to for finding the value of this determinant and the minors and cofactors. So today we will talk about properties of determinant. Okay, so first of all, just we will discuss the properties of this determinant and then we will go for the uses of it and how to use these properties and where we can use this property, that we will discuss through the problems. But first, just note down the properties. So here are some properties of determinant. So here I'm taking the first property is given by if any row or column of a matrix A is completely zero, means all the elements of this row or column is a zero, that time we will call this determinant value of this matrix, that is det of A is zero. If this two rows or two column of any matrix A are identical, that is the maybe two row or two column at this same element, the same element in this first position, suppose ABC is the first row and the second row is again ABC. So two rows are identical or two columns may be identical. So that time also the determinant of this matrix will be zero. So the determinant of a triangular matrix is the product of its diagonal elements. So we will discuss these properties whenever we were solving this triangular matrix, and we will talk about the triangular matrix also. Next, if any two rows or any two columns of a determinant are interchanged, then the value of this determinant is multiplied by -1. So a determinant is given, you are finding the value, and before finding the value, if you just interchange the row or column, two rows or two columns, not a row with the column, two rows or two columns. If you interchange them, so one minus will multiply with this determinant, this original determinant value. One multiply, we just need to, -1, we just need to multiply. So moving to the next property, if all the elements of one row or column of a determinant multiplied by some scalar quantity k, then the determinant becomes k times of the original determinant. Now suppose first row k two, all the elements are given in a 2k form. First row, first element 2k, then 2k, then 2k. Okay, so that time we can write the determinant value is 2k into the original determinant value. So if any row or any column multiply with any scalar quantity, so we can write that determinant value after multiplying, we can write this original determinant into this scalar. So moving to this next, if A be a n-row square matrix and K be a scalar, and then Ka, determinant of K into A is given by K to the power n into determinant A. Now look at that, number 5 and number 6, they are different. Here I am just multiplying the determinant, one row or column of the determinant by the scalar. And here I am taking the matrix A and I am multiplying this matrix by K. That means all the elements of this matrix we need to multiply by K. Okay, not only one row or column, you know how to multiply the matrix with the scalar. That means all the elements of this matrix we need to multiply by K. And then I'm taking this determinant of K into A. So that value is given by K to the power n. That means K to the power the order of the matrix into determinant of this original matrix of A. Okay. Next, if in a determinant each element in any row or column consists of sum of two terms, then the determinant can be expressed as the sum of two determinant of same order. Okay, that property you also use to example or exercise problem, that time this concept will be clear. Next three properties, look at these three properties. This is A transpose. Determinant of A transpose is equal to determinant of A. Just put this determinant sign here. Determinant of A. And next, adjoint A into A is equal to A into adjoint A. The multiplication is always give the same matrix, and this is the value of this matrix is given by determinant A into the identity matrix. Okay, and then if this determinant of A is 0, then its adjoint determinant of this adjoint A is also 0. And next is determinant of A inverse is given by determinant of A, its whole inverse. Now about this last four properties, we will this last three properties we will talk whenever we are discussing the inverse of a matrix and the adjoint of a matrix. And this is the number 8 property. We will talk about this property 8 whenever we are discussing the transpose of this matrix and its determinant value. So today we will talk about this 7 properties through an examples or this exercise problems. So let's apply these properties and how to check this, how to apply these properties. So here I'm taking the questions from the mathematics book SND, class 12 mathematics book by SND, and this is exercise 2B, and I'm taking this 2 marks questions, that is very short type questions. So here is the first question as given, 1 omega omega square. This is order 3 matrix, 3 determinant is given, order 3. So 1 omega omega square 1 omega square 1 omega is this determinant is 0. We need to show that. And what is omega? Omega cube is equal to 1. It's given. It's given in the question. So we need to show that this determinant value is given by 0. Now omega is the cube root of 1, so that time we can write this, if omega cube is equal to 1, so we can write this thing as omega cube minus 1 is equal to 0. So now we can apply this a cube minus b cube formula, that is a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square is equal to 0. Now from here you can easily say that either omega is equal to 1 or you can say omega square plus omega plus 1 is equal to 0. So either omega is equal to 1 or this value should be 0. So now previously we just find this, we know how to find the determinant value by expanding this determinant. But here we will just find the value of this determinant after just without expanding, we will find the determinant value. How? That we will use the row or column operation that we already used for matrix. So same type of row or column operation we will use here, and then we will use the properties of determinant and we will find the determinant value. So let's check how to find it. Now we are not expanding this determinant. Since expanding this determinant, it will be very complicated process since we need to solve, we need to do more and more calculation over there. So many multiplication and addition and subtractions are there. So what we will do, we will just take addition of this columns. So first column, I'm writing this first column by this C1 plus C2 plus C3. So I'm adding these 3 columns and then I'm writing the first column. As we are doing this row operation and column operation, and for the finding this inverse of a matrix, that time we are applying this operations. So same type of operation here we also need to apply. So now look at that, 1 plus omega square. So all these 3 elements of this first column, it's omega plus 1 plus omega square. Now this value is what? 0. So we can apply this value is 0. Okay. So look at this first row, first column. First column is 0. And look at this first property. First property number 1. It's given that if any row or any column is 0, completely 0, that time the determinant of this matrix is given by 0, right? So its determinant also 0, since one of these columns, of this 3 column, one of the column are totally 0. So the determinant value is 0. So without expanding also, we can find the determinant value. And I think this is more easier than expanding any determinant. So moving to this next question. B plus C, A, 1, C plus A, B, 1, and A plus B, then C, then 1. This is order 3 determinant is given. You need to show this value is given by 0. So firstly, write down the question. Now check that. If we add this column 1 and column 2, and we're replacing this column 1 by C1 plus C2. So what we will write? B plus C add with A, so that means A plus B plus C. C plus A add with B, that is A plus B plus C. A plus B add with C, A plus B plus C. So what I'm doing? I'm doing this C1 dash is equal to C1 plus C2. Clear? Now look at that. I told you that if we multiply any row or column by the scalar k, so that time we can write down the determinant as k into this determinant, right? Suppose this all the elements are 1, then what we will do? We are multiplying this all the elements by this A plus B plus C. So that time also we can write k into this determinant. So that means we are using this property number 5, right? So by using this property number 5, we can write this one. Now look at that. Property number 2. Just go to this property, all this property, and look at this property number 2. That is, if 2 rows or 2 columns are identical, that time the determinant value should be 0. Here look at this first column and this third column. They are identical. Since they are identical, so we can say this determinant value is 0. And 0 multiplied by A plus B plus C should be 0. So what property we are using? Property number 2. No need to write down this property number 2, 5. Just write down the property after using it. Okay, here I'm just writing the property number, and in that place you can use this. You can write down the property, that is this C1 is equal to C3. Or don't write the C1 is equal to C3, this is not proper. Write down this column 1 and this column 3 are identical. Okay, since I've already given you the properties, so I am using this P5, P1, property number 1, property number 2 I am using. But whenever you are solving problems in exam, so that time you can write this properties by words. So C1 and C3, since they are identical, so we can say the determinant value of it is 0. Okay, so you you apply this property number 1, property number 5, and property number 2. So moving to the next problem. A minus B, 1A, B minus C, 1B, C minus A, 1C. This determinant is equal to A1B, B1C, C1A. So these two determinants are same, we need to show that. So let's start with this LHS portion. That is, here I am taking this determinant value. Now look at this property, property number 7. What is given? If in a determinant each element of in any row or column consists of the sum of two terms, then the determinant can be expressed as the sum of two determinant of the same order. So look at in this first column, what is given? A minus B, B minus C, C minus A. So I can say that this is written as A plus minus B. So addition of two term. So we can write this determinant in the addition of two determinant. Since their subtraction is given, so I'm taking the subtraction part. So, and now look at this first determinant. So this is A1A, B1B and C1C. This is the first determinant. And next one is B1A, B1A, C1B and this A1C. Okay. Now look at this first determinant. Can you apply any property? Just look at this determinant. Can you apply any property? Yes, definitely you can. You can apply the second property, that is two rows or two columns. If these two rows or two columns are identical, we can say the determinant value is 0. Here this column 1 and column 3 are identical. All the elements are same. So they are identical. That means we can write down this value is 0. So remaining part is this portion. So now in this portion we also write down this determinant. If we interchange this column 1 to column 3rd and column 3rd to column 1. So it will look like that. Since we are using this property, which property we are using? Thus interchanging the row and two rows or two columns. Here I am interchanging two columns, column 1 and column 3. That is, I am using the property number 4. Property number 4 and I am using this property number 2. So if we interchange them, so we can write 1 minus 1 multiplied by this determinant value. Now look at that. Minus 1 is plus 1. And what is this value? This value is the RHS 1A, 1B, B1C and C1A. Here is this determinant and this is this RHS value. So we proved it. Write down the property in language. Here I am not writing in language. I am just write down this property. Just write down the property in language. Don't write down this one. That is P1 or P2, P4 like that. So here I am using this property number 4, property number 2. So we already use this property number 1, 2, 4 and 5. So next, moving to this next problem. This order 3 determinant is given. You need to find this value is 0. Now look at this determinant 9, 9, 12. So I can write down this row as 3 into 3, 3 into 3 and 3 into 4. So k into all these elements. So firstly write down the question and take common this 3 from this first row. Right? And write down the reason, that is taking common 3 from the first row. I'm not writing down those operations since you need to write down this one. This is your homework also. So write down this property that you are taking common this 3 from this first row. Now look at here. This column 3 minus 3, 9. So from here also we can take 3 common. 4 minus 4, 12. From here also we can take common 4. So take 4 common and this 3 common. So we can write down this determinant is given by 3, 1, 1 and then 1 minus 1, 3, 1 minus 1, 3. Okay. Now look that column 2 and column 3 are identical. right? So we can use this property number 2. So by the property number 2, you can say that this determinant value is 0. Since 2 rows or 2 columns are identical, we can say that the determinant value is 0. So see, without expanding the determinant also, we can find the value. Just we need to use the properties of determinant and we need to use this row or column operation for just applying the properties. Okay, just for finding the solution of any problem, it's not just learning mathematics. You are using this property in a different way and in a most easiest way. This is the ultimate meaning of learning mathematics, that you can use the properties in such a way that makes the problem more easier. Not this problems, there's no solution are more complicated and lengthier. Just you are using this properties. No, just use the property in such a way that the solution should be more easier and more shorter. That takes this less time and get the ultimate result. And that's only can happen if you're practicing more and more. Without practice, this thing never gonna happen. So next problem is this. 2 determinants are given. You need to show that they are equal. This is equal to this. So look at here and this here. First, seeing this problem, you need to decide that which application or which property you will use in it. Okay, to simplify the problem. So what I'm doing here look, one row is 1, one column is 1, and one column is a square, b square, c square, and another column is a cube, b cube, c cube. And look at here, one column is a, b, c, and one column is a square, b square, c square, and one column is b, c, a, c, a, b. So these 2 columns are identical, and one column is a cube, b cube, c cube, and here it is a, b, c. Now if we just multiply this column, this element by a, this element by b, this element by c, and here also a, b, c, multiplying by a, b, c. So these 2 columns should be identical with this one. Just we need to apply the operation on this 3rd column. So firstly, multiply the first row with A and second row with B and third row with C. So what I'm doing just row 1 multiplying by A, okay, and row 2 multiplying by B, and row 3 multiplying by C. Since I am multiplying this one, we need to divide also. So here I am taking 1 upon A, 1 upon B, and 1 upon C. And taking this 1 upon A, 1 upon B, 1 upon C out of this determinant. Okay. Now, ABC. In this 3rd column, all the elements are same. So we can take common this element ABC. So you will find this determinant is given by a square a cube 1, b square b cube 1, c square c cube 1. Now look at that. If we just interchange these columns, we will find this determinant. So you need to just interchange this row 2 with column 2 with column 3, and then column 1 with column 2. So there 2 steps are there. Firstly, you need to just interchange this C1 with C3, C1 with C2 with C3, and then C1 with C2. Okay, I'm writing down these 2 steps in a single step, and I'm writing down this answer. Okay, you just need to write down in language that you are interchanging 2 rows, 2 columns. Since for interchanging 2 rows, 2 columns, 1 minus will multiply this with this determinant. So here, since I'm taking two operations, same operations, so for this one, 1 minus 1 will come, and for this one, 1 minus will come. Ultimately, minus 1 should be plus 1. So I'm not writing this minus 1, I'm just writing down the ultimate answer directly, and just mention this operation after applying these properties. Moving to the next. So 4 marks questions, so all the 2 marks questions are completed, and if any questions is remaining, this is your homework, and this 4 marks question from this exercise 2B from the book by S&A. So here this question number 1 of this section, 4 marks questions. So here you need to find this determinant value. Without expanding this determinant, you need to find this determinant value is given by alpha minus beta, beta minus gamma, gamma minus alpha. Remember that without expanding, you need to find the value. Okay, since expanding is more calculative portions are there, so more calculation, many calculations are there. So we want to avoid the calculation. So what we will do? We will just make in any row or any column one non-zero element and another element should be 0. So look at here. What I'm doing, I'm taking this first column and this element, that is first column, first element, I'm remaining the same, and another 2 element, I'm making them 0. So how to make them 0? This row 2 dash is given by row 2 minus row 1, beta minus alpha, and beta square minus alpha square. Look at here. So row 2 minus row 1, and row 3 dash is given by row 3 minus row 1, gamma minus alpha, and gamma square minus alpha square, and 1 minus 1, 0. So one element is not 0, another 2 element is 0. Okay, now you can expand this one. So you will find only, you need to expand only this with respect to this element 1, since others are 0. If we just break down this determinant with the help of or with respect to the first column. So you will find this 2 by 2 determinant or order 2 determinant. Now it's very easy to find this value. This multiplied by this minus this multiplied by this. So write it down. We can write down gamma square minus alpha square as gamma minus alpha, gamma plus alpha, a plus b, a minus b. This is the formula of a square minus b square. Okay. Now take common beta minus alpha and gamma minus alpha. So take common beta minus alpha, gamma minus alpha. So remaining terms are gamma plus alpha minus beta minus alpha. So minus alpha plus alpha cancel. So there will be gamma minus beta. But here beta minus gamma is given and alpha minus beta is given. So adjust this to minus and write it down the original determinant value. That is alpha minus beta, beta minus gamma, gamma minus alpha. Just adjust two signs, sign of this alpha minus beta and beta minus gamma here. Here beta minus alpha is there and gamma minus beta is there. Just take minus common from this two. You will find the answer. So proved. After using any operation or any properties, just write it down the property and this operation after this line. Okay. So moving to the next problem. A plus B plus 2C, A, B. C, B plus C plus 2A, B, C, A, C plus A plus 2B. So this is order 3 determinant is given. You need to find this value of this determinant is given by 2 into A plus B plus C the whole cube. Now look, you need to find this 2 into A plus B plus C the whole cube. Now firstly, find how to find this 2. If we add this A plus A and B with this term, what you will find? A plus B plus 2C plus A plus B, right? That means 2 into A plus B plus C. Look, one factor we already find by just adding this two columns. So first of all, add these two columns, write down the question and add these two columns. That means C1 dash, I'm writing this C1 dash as C1 plus C2 plus C3. Okay, so same element, same element, same element. Take common 2 into A plus B plus C. So you will find 1A, B, 1B plus C plus 2A, B, 1A, C plus A plus 2B. Now you can easily make one element non-zero and then this element is 0 and this element is 0 by the same operation you already used in the previous question. So use it. That means you are using this row 2 dash is given by row 2 minus row 1 and row 3 dash is given by row 3 minus row 1. Correct? So subtract it. So B plus C plus 2A minus A, that means B plus C plus A. Now B minus B 0 and this is also 0. Now here one thing to notice, just remove this. Now here look, these three elements, after the diagonal elements, these elements are 0. Okay, so this type of determinant or matrix, this type of matrix, if we just write down, this is in a matrix form. So we will write this one is A, this one is X, Y, Z, and then 0, P, Q, and then 0, 0, R. So if we write down this determinant in a matrix form, so it will look like that. So this type of matrix we will call lower triangular matrix. That means after the diagonal element, the lower part is all the elements are there 0. That means after this diagonal elements, the lower part of this matrix, all the elements is there 0. This is called lower triangular matrix. Okay, if this upper elements are 0, that means in the place of Y, Z, Q, they are 0. That time we will call this is upper triangular. Ultimately, this is a triangular matrix. Now look at this property of this triangular matrix, that is property number 3. Look at this property number 3. What is this? In this property number 3, it's given that if any triangular matrix is given, no matter it is upper triangular or lower triangular. So any triangular matrix is given, its determinant value is just multiplication of its diagonal elements. So in the diagonal elements, 1, B plus C into A, and C plus A into B. So we need to multiply them. So 1 into A plus B plus C into again A plus B plus C. So A plus B plus C the whole square. And again multiply with A plus B plus C. So A plus B plus C the whole cube. Okay. So this is proved. Since we need to prove this one only. 2 into A plus B plus C the whole cube. Now we will talk about this triangular matrix, upper triangular, lower triangular. We will find these types of triangular matrix in different problems. So that time also I will explain it. So if you can't understand it, just rewind this video and listen it again. Okay. So this is proved. So moving to the next. A, B, C, A square, B square, C square, A cube, B cube, C cube. You can take A common, B common, C common from this columns. First column, third column, and second column. First, second, and third column, you can take common A, B, C and write it down. And write down the reason that you are taking common A from this column 1. And from column 2 taking B common, and from column 3 taking C common. So write it down in its language. So after taking it common 1, 1, 1, and you know how to make this 2, 1, 0. So take one non-zero element and another element are 0 in this first row. So make it 0. So if you want to make it 0, so what you will apply? You will apply this column operation, that is C2 dash is given by C2 minus C1, that is 1 minus 1 0, B minus A and B square minus A square, and C3 dash is given by C3 minus C1, that is C minus A, C square minus A square, and the first element should be 0. So now if we just expand this determinant with respect to the first row, so only with respect we need to expand it with respect to the first element. So if we expand this one with respect to the first element, you will find this ABC into B minus A, C minus A, B plus A into B minus A, C plus A into C minus A. Since A square minus B square formula is there, so you can apply this A plus B and A minus B. And now just multiply with this minus this, multiply with this. Just write down the value and take common this B minus A and C minus A. B minus A, C minus A. So A cancel and remaining terms are C minus B. Since B minus C is there, so take minus common and this minus adjust here in B minus A. So you will find ABC into A minus B, B minus C, and C minus A is the answer. So we proved it. Okay. So next problem, A square A B C, then A square B square C square, then B plus C, C plus A plus B. You need to prove this value is given by A minus B, B minus C, C minus A. Now I hope you can find this value. Now for this value, this factor A plus B plus C, look, B plus C is here. You need to find this factor A plus B plus C. So if we add A here, and if we add B here, and if we add C here, that means what I'm doing? I'm doing this addition of R3 with R1. So apply this operation. So A plus B plus C in this third row. So write down this operation, that is R3 dash is given by R3 plus R1. Okay, now take common. So these elements are 1. Now again make one non-zero element and others are 0. So make it. So A, B minus A, B square minus A square, and this is C minus A, C square minus A square. So what operation I am using? I am using this operation C2 dash is given by C2 minus C1, and C3 dash is given by C3 minus C1. Okay. So now expand this one. So you will find this order 2 determinant, and if we just find this value, so take common this C minus A and B minus A, and you will find this value. So take this plus A minus A, just cut it, remove this, so C minus B. So B minus C here, again adjust this minus with this 2 factors, that is C minus B and B minus A. So we will find the answer ultimately. So we proved it. Now for finding this determinant value by using row or column operation and using the properties, it's very easy. So solve these problems like problems, and if any problem or any doubt is there, you're free to ask. Thank you.